Don't you dare swag a Warden ability. He swagged the Warden ability. Chat, have you seen a better Lalo than that? I don't think I've ever seen a better Lalo. We have Lou finally back on the channel. The first ever Sui Lalo player we had on the channel. And he seriously impressed us back then. He's only ever seriously impressed us. Let's see if he can do that yet again today. Obviously, recently we've had a lot of Rakiras on the channel, but we all know the OG Sui Lalo Legends player on the channel was in fact Lou. So Lou on this is not a common base, but it never goes away because it's such a fundamentally sound base. But he's going to try and Sui the back end and then Lalo the Town Hall. Now this base is kind of halfway between a teaser and a box. Because all the value's on one side of the base. And the Town Hall's kind of close to the outside. But it kind of has some box-like compartments. And generally speaking, it has the best of both. And because versus teaser bases, you do want to like Sui the entire back end. And then just Lalo, or like the Town Hall compartment and everything on a teaser base. On a box base, you want to do something different. Now, Lou's here has gone for the teaser base way of taking it down, but he's not getting rid of the whole base. That's the only thing here. He is actually going to have to Lalo a little bit. Let's see if he can do it. Not bad value with the Sui, but nothing like insane. Because we've still got 2 multis, 2 scatters, 2 sweepers, and Eagle, both air heroes up. And we haven't dealt with the CC. Can he do it? Here comes it. Look at how quick that Lalo deployment was. That was insane. That's something that can only come from hours and hours of being one of the best Sui Lalo players in the world. Stone Slammer to come near the Town Hall. He actually froze the Scattershot and the defensive CC Headhunter. That was kind of cracked. The Warden, though, keeps getting pushed back by the Sweeper. That's bad. We've lost most of our Lalo, but he didn't send everything to get the Town Hall because he didn't need everything. He sent enough to get it, and then he wants to Lalo what's left. The problem is he wants to heal after the Town Hall, but he can't heal if everything's dead. And that Sweeper ended that attack. I have no idea how the Sweeper hit that Warden. The biggest problem with the game is one of the problems with the game is the Sweeper's radius is that, as you guys can see there. But if it shoots across this line, it will hit things like over here, outside of its range. And unfortunately for Lou there, that Sweeper cost him, even though it really should have played a ridiculously minimal role in the defense. It was able to do just enough, and this is going to end up looking like a low percent. Nice try here to Lou. Let's see if he can come back stronger in the next one, because we all know he is absolutely capable of it. Lou is alive again here, running into, this base. This base is grown in popularity very quickly. This is like the new box base. I've started to see this more and more when people are attacking. So I'm going to be watching Lou a lot here. Obviously, I don't do Sui Lalo in Legend. And this is the crack for how you hit bases with Sui Lalo. RC in the middle, King one side, Queen for Town Hall. And hopefully this RC can get that scatter shot, if not the King. Looks like the RC won't, should be fighting a CC. Rip, that scatter is so low. That's unfortunate. Queen barely gets the Town Hall, but she does. Let's see, I think he needed that scatter down. I think that's the only thing he's really missed in this Sui here. But yet again, this is like a new style of box base. The reason this one goes really well is because it's just super awkward to hit. The compartments are completely different to what they have been in the past, and they're much better. Yes, the Town Hall's technically freer, but that always allows baits. So we Stone Slammer into the scatter, makes sense, even though we find a Sam and lose most of our health, and Lalo in from the bottom. We've actually raged initially. Interesting choice, but it works out nicely. Expect a Warden any second now. That's such a good Warden. Look at that. Now, we didn't get the Hound in it, unfortunately. That would have been nice. We rage yet again, because Lou is running double rage and heal. And he has so many balloons up. Swag that heal spell. This man's insane. That was not an easy Lalo, but he just made it look easy as double rage and a heal. That's the way to go with this Sui Lalo. We've got a swag freeze as well. So 3 swag spells here. Obviously, Sui Lalo does seriously well on box spaces. It's one of the better armies because this style of hit just crushes it. Now, Rakira's personally actually does it a different way. He sends the Stone Slammer in like that and Lalo's around like that. But Lu just Lalo'd the complete opposite way and he still made it work. Lu is live. Coming in on this base. Oh, this is like my nemesis base. I hate this base so much. I still haven't tripled it. I keep getting close every time, but we have not tripled it. Oh, okay. Lu coming for the... I think he wants the Town Hall here. Let's see if he can get it. He might actually. RC ability goes the wrong way. I think we wanted it to go the other way. Now, I think this will be worth it if he gets one of these sweepers down. Otherwise, I don't think it's worth it. Firstly, he has to get the Town Hall down. That's a great freeze. Wait a second. He's not getting the Town Hall. Oh, that's so sad. I don't know why he's still freezing. He knows he doesn't have the Town Hall. Surely Queen goes for the air defense next. Oh my, she went for the Town Hall. Okay, take it back. Those 2 freezes were awesome. So we get the Headhunters down as well in the poison spell. Queen's going to pop the Hound. Jeez, that's so close. No way we didn't pop that. I reckon this Archer could just about pop that Hound. I know he's deploying his Lalo, but I want the Archer. Oh, would have paid to see an Archer pop a Lava Hound. Okay. Stone Slammer doing its thing on the top side. Really heavy deployment early on, but he just wants to get through this part of the base. Because we saw earlier that the Lalo can fall apart super fast, so you can't afford to under-deploy. And notice this, we got like 2 groups of loons working across the base in unison. And that's exactly what we want. We got to freeze this scatter, and we do. That is our last freeze. We had to use so many freeze spells on the initial deployment. We heal and rage down the bottom to negate that multi, but no balloons will go to that multi. The heal and the rage actually needed to be a little bit deeper. Headhunters come in to get the back end RC. They're actually successful. But the Lalo's just going to fall short. There's not a lot of base left, but there's just enough. I think if he got this heal and rage right down the bottom, he probably could have got through it. But he couldn't figure out a way to force the loons onto that multi. It is kind of tough like that. And you're going to fall a little bit short here. Unlucky for Lu. Only going to get the 25 trophies. Lu is live again here. Running into another box space. Obsessed Llama. Well, that is a great account name. That is a great account name. Another... I would say this is pretty common at this point. These longer box spaces are becoming increasingly common where you've got not 1, but 2 sweepers facing the back end. Super toxic for most attack strategies. But Sui Lalo, as we talked about a bit earlier, does really well in this. Now, that is an interesting tornado. I have no idea what that tornado is stopping, but it's not doing anything here. Now, we are going to get that scatter down because we're hanging on to our RC ability, and she should chain the scatter. Bam, there it goes, and an air defense too. We won't get the Hound down, but that's okay. We've still got a Baby Drag left in hand and plenty of time. We have used the poison though. I assume that was for the Headhunters. And we've already used, is that 2 freezes, chat? Here comes the Lalo. On the top side, freeze rage. This is where it's really nice to have 2 rages. You don't just have to use 1 in the core. You use 1 at the start and then 1 again at the core. Oh, this looks wrecked already. Chat, tell me this isn't wrecked. Look at it. He got so many balloons in that Warden. That Warden was just being amazing. And you just knew it was going to be a triple. The real skill is there, having not many loons die up until he pops his Warden. He was just completely overwhelming the base. We're running into a few traps here. Obviously, people trying to stop the clone madness, but this is crushed. And Lu taking down box spaces with Sui Lalo and doing it emphatically. And I'm loving this double rage heal approach. It does give him it does make it so that he can't bring a zap In the past, I think we've seen him bring a Zap to take out defensive CC Headhunters so he can poison the Hound or the super minions. So he can't bring a Zap, but he still makes it look so easy. The Lalo's super powerful. These loons, look, the Lava Hound pops and it's going to be a problem, but these loons are flying all over the base. There's like 20 of them up, 45 seconds to go, and Lou gets another triple. Lou live again here. It's another box base. So we were talking about this. Oh, it's Dynamite again. We've had his defense on the channel once. I can't remember. I think Arium hit him. And he clearly has changed base since. But as I was saying, Lou today, 2 out of 4. And the 2 triples have been on box bases. Let's see if he can take down another one here. I think with this Tesla farm, his RC might go the wrong way. The king gets rid of the queen. Can the RC go up and get that scatter? I have no idea which way she's going to path. Half the time, she doesn't even know which way she's going to path. RC goes up. Come on, continue. Yes. She's going to get the sweeper as well. That's huge. And the queen does get the town hall down. Now, the eagle's very close to the town hall. So that's going to be problematic for our Lalo, because we are going to Lalo far side. Actually, I'll be interested to see how he Lalos this. This sweeper is covering a lot more of the base than the normal sweepers do on this style of base. Yes, Ayush. Yes, you definitely saw that. I may have been on a stream dancing in a suit. I hope you liked it. We're committed to the cause. Speaking of committed to the cause, that's just one of the worst segues ever. Here's the Lalo coming in from Lou. And look at this. Full send. We gotta overwhelm that multi. Expect a freeze rage is what he's been doing. Look at how quick those drops are for the freeze rage. And then he hastes the far side. Now that scatter is up, so we freeze it and the sweeper. And look at this. We have way too many balloons left in the core of this. This is crushed. He hasn't even used the Warden ability yet. Don't you dare swag a Warden ability. He swagged the Warden ability. And a heal, right? No way. He just did a mass Lalo and swagged his Warden ability. I don't think I could tell you guys how hard that is. Like, swagging the Warden ability is something you see every now and again. But that's generally with high hit point troops. Loons die so quickly to scatters and multis and eagles and heroes. So when they're like engaging a lot of damage, you have to pop the Warden or they die. And then you can kind of overwhelm the base from there. But Lou didn't even need the Warden or the heal spell. The 2 ways that he can keep his troops alive, he doesn't need it. He's just too good at Lalo and he walks away with 40 cups. Lou is live. Oh my word, it's Black Zero. This is a top account. Running this base, oh my word, people are so toxic to Blizz Lalo. It's so funny. People are so, understandably, it's super commonly used, but it's used by like skilled players. That's why it always makes it interesting for me by why people are so aggressive against Blizz Lalo. Now this is unfortunate. That queen's barely in range of that ground bow. He has to freeze it, but that was such a good wall break. He didn't actually need the wall break. But he must have known there's some ground skellies there. He must have known. And look at this. His queen's in trouble. He's not getting this town hall. Wow. Wait, he just raged his queen. That queen's not getting the town hall. What? One of these archers went after the town hall. Rip Lou. He's been so good on the box bases today. He just swagged a Warden and a heal. No Stone Slammer. Stone Slammer's been crucial to all his Lalo attacks. Let's see if he can do without it. This would be something else if he could pull this off. You know it's just doable, but it's only just. Because normally where this initial Lalo comes in, there's a bit of a Lalo, but there's that Stone Slammer to fly across the middle. Honestly, not looking bad. Don't. He's got no more spells. I don't know if he's got it. The fact that this is close is insane. Oh my... If he gets that single, he's got it. He doesn't get the single. I think he still gets it though. That's so many balloons. No way. How does he do it? His Sui did not get much. He did get the scatter this time, which he hasn't gotten in past times, but this is stupid. Lalo. That's a good point. That's what it should be called. Not Lalo, it's Lalo. Oh my word. Chad, he doesn't even need the siege machine on box bases. I can't believe I ever doubted him when the Sui went wrong, and he used to rage on his Sui, Chad, if you remember that as well. Why would I ever doubt him? This man is insane. Lou live again here. Running into a diamond base. So this is the first diamond base. It's Vo Tinh, by the way. This is a very high count. I know lots of you on YouTube in particular have asked me to cover Vo Tinh's attacks because he does the air spam attack as good as anyone. Fortunately, I have no idea how to contact this guy. So, nice wall break. So I don't know if I could, but you can see him on defense. No, it's not quite the same, but here he is. But yeah, I'd love to get him on, but I'm just not sure how possible that is without literally a Discord. Nice queen. She should get the town hall here. And this is the play on these bases. So you use the king with the queen, but his job's also to tank for the RC. Now, unfortunately, this ground bow is locked onto our RC. Our Lassie is not taking any damage. Our Lassie is a bit of a muppet. And this is the one downside of not bringing an invis. The invis is kind of really handy for dealing with not only the CC. That's a... Oh, he'd already popped the queen. But also really handy to get the scatter shot down with your RC. Because if there's a ground skelly there, it's a rip. But this is set up perfectly. This is set up literally perfectly. Look at this. Oh, I'm not going to jinx anything, but this pathing looks amazing for the Lalo. He's just going to fight that one sweeper. It's just this hound can't tank much. Look at those drops. Look at those drops. Haste rage. We freeze the sweeper and the multi. Perfect timing. Fortunately, the Stone Slam is not actually going to get much. We pop the Warden ability. Not because we wanted to, though. That must have been the defensive queen. Have we used our heal? That must be it being used in the core. Man, I can't believe how low our Warden is. All it takes is one pup. Oh, no. We still got a rage. Can we use it, please? Look at that. Those two builder huts go down simultaneously. This is good they split up in case there's a bunch of red bombs there. There's not. The loon should clear that. It's just a matter of time. There's a lot of storages up, but I think he's got enough time. Oh, he's not. Actually, he doesn't have that much up. Owl, I see 2 minions and a couple of skellies on the top side. This owl's going to be clutch. But is it going to be clutch enough? That's a good archer. Even if it's only going to add like 400 damage. These loons cut to the core. That's huge. That's huge, these loons cutting in. The owl is actually chaining both buildings. It's just going to be this second storage. Will this second storage go down? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He gets it on the buzzer. Lou just can't fail at the moment. That's 4 in a row. And let's see how he can do in his last attack of the day. Lou live again here. Ending his day with a box base. So he still hasn't failed on one of these. Even when everything appears to go wrong, he can still walk away with the triple. Let's see how he gets this one. So there's the wall breaker to see if there's a Tesla farm, because obviously he doesn't need 2 wall breakers for his Sui here. He only needs the 1 for his king, so he's constantly been using 1 for the queen to look for skelly traps and to see how much resistance the queen is actually going to face. So queen should come back. I haven't actually been watching the queen as much on these Suis, but yeah, he uses a freeze. That doesn't surprise me. So electing to use a freeze, we've seen like Rakira's go with Skellies, but this still works alright. He needs to save that one Skelly for the Lalo anyways, whereas Rakira's is offering bringing 2. He actually rages the RC. I don't know if he's been... Chat, has he been doing that all day? He misses the sweeper, and that eagle doesn't quite go down. That's unfortunate, but also not a lot you can do about it. Queen will damage that single, but yet again, it'll just get repaired. Tell you what, though, that's a pretty good Sui. That's a pretty good Sui. Now, the only downside of not bringing an Invis is if he had an Invis here, he'd be able to, he would have taken out that eagle. And look at this, he's doing the Rakira's Lalo. So this is the style of Lalo Rakira's will do on these box bases, where if he gets the value he likes, he'll Stone Slammer the core and then Lalo around it. It's not really different in principle to what Lu's doing. He's still Stone Slamming the core when he comes the other way. But this is just Laloing from the different side, and it just means that, yes, he gets to all the traps later in the base, because most of the traps are in this multi, but he gets to the eagle quicker, gets to most of it, and negates the sweeper, and I mean, he's wrecked it. It's not even close. There was nothing to commentate. I'm sorry for just throwing all theory at you guys throughout this, but there was nothing to commentate. That's just a clean Lalo from someone who is a potentially top 2 Lalo player in the world, he and Stars. Because that's just clean. Chat, you will not see many better Lalos than you've seen today. Now, box bases aren't bad for Lalo, as is, to be fair. Like, they're not the worst bases for Lalo, but they're still not easy, and they can make you look very, very silly. Because there's a lot of core damage, and if you don't get your troops, your loon deployments and your timing right, then you can be left holding 24 cups. But Lu only knows one way, and that's 40 cups, and he ends up today. So we showed 7 attacks for you guys. He ended up getting 292, 6 triples, smashing every single box base. So good to have Lu on the channel. If you want to see more of his attacks, I'm going to link the Sui Lalo playlist down below, and it's literally just Rakira's and Lu in there, I believe. But that's it from me. If you enjoyed spectating this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you soon.